Well, friends, today's session in HR, the topic is job evaluation. What is the concept and how it is, what are the different types, what's the methods, right? So it's a basic concept about job evaluation. Before that, let me introduce myself to you. I'm Sangeeta Verma. I've done my MPhil in management and MBA with banking and finance. In this slide itself, you can see my work experiences in different sectors. Currently, I'm with KD organization as DCM, and on the same hand, I'm working with the Learnovate as a freelancer. And it's always like been great opportunity for me to be at Learnovate. Thank you, Learnovate. Now let's begin the session. Since today's topic is job evaluation, after the session is completed, we'll be having or acquiring the knowledge of what's the job evaluation, objectives, advantages and disadvantages, limitations, essentials to be a successful job evaluation process of job evaluation, methods of job evaluations, and samples of job evaluation formats. We are very clear, or we know that when it comes with the job, simple terminology, that is salary and wage also comes up with it. So a wage or salary structure is one of the most prerequisite factor of good employer and employee relation. In order to develop such a structure, it is essential that a pay structure or a pay which is given to the employee by an employer have a very good nature and worth as per the job, as per the task, as per the responsibility. So it is also essential to maintain proper differential between compensation of various jobs. The differentiations in pay needs to be different by understanding the value of different job. So the relative worth of a job can be judged with the help of job evaluation. Basically, we are deciding what pay scale has to be given, how it has to be like upgradation, promotion, degradation, whatever comes over there. So basically, when we understand what is job evaluation is an orderly and systematic technique of determining the relative worth of the various jobs within the organization. So far to develop is like equitable wage and salary structure. So it's like creating a uh, systematic way of determining the worth, the value of a job in relation to other jobs in organizations. Means how the evaluation is been done. It's like with the content and value, an assessment of the relative worth of various jobs in the basis of consistent set of job and personal factors. Over here, you can say that mostly managements, like when it comes with the evaluation, it is very important to understand that a management being an HR, the assessment of employees in order of skills, qualities, then after attitudes, aptitude, responsibilities has been evaluated in a very proper way. You should always understand that job analysis and performance appraisal is a different concept. Okay, it's like different from performance appraisal and job analysis. Job evaluation is a like you can say the assessment of various jobs, okay, whereas performance appraisal is assessment of performance in that particular job. Analysis is you are selecting the job, so it's completely different. Job analysis is the process of collecting, right, informations relation to a job, whereas when it comes to the performance, it's like how the responsible or what is the quality of in the work a person, how it's performing, that is done. But in evaluation, it's like you can say that as per the job, what should be the pay scale over there. It's a simple ones. So what is the importance of job evaluation? It has to be like very clearly defined rules and responsibilities of each job, makes fair compensation structure through benchmarking, helps in clarifying job descriptions and the income accountability of responsible, helps in selection of employer. So what are the benefits? Yes, benefits are, there are various benefits, like, so it's benefits like you can see it's easy, determines equitable ways differential between different jobs, develops a consistent policy in order to management and payroll access, means organizational objectivity is seen, eliminates the inequalities, facilitates comparison, solve whales controversies which are going in organizations, clean plan for waste and supply waste structure. So along with that, it helps to compare the duties, responsibilities and demand of a job with that of other job to determine the hierarchy and place of various jobs to an organization, to determine the ranks and grades of a various jobs, to minimize wages discrimination, that is sex, age, in order of, like, mostly it's an organization, in some of the organization is still in the on the basis of sex, age, caste, religion, then region. It's, the wages and salaries are are decided, but which is very bad, which should not be done by any organization if it wants to go on a long term basis. And when it comes with the other benefits, it's like objective method of ranking and grading jobs, fits the job in the existing structure, employee grievance, doubts and complaints will be at a lower levels, reduction in inequalities in salary structure, enhances specializations, harmonized relationship between the employee and the manager, standardization, redesign jobs, distributes easy difficulties, and then minimizes wages difference, that is wage equality. Now what are the advantages? When it comes with the advantage, reduction in inequalities in salary structure, means the main objective of job evaluation is to have an external and internal consistency in salary structure so that inequality in salaries are reduced. Specialization, that's an attempt is made to define a job and thereby fix salaries for it, helps in selection of employees. That's it really helps what sort of employees should be appointed for what particular job, harmonious relationship between employees and managers, when there will be like uh, proper equality, proper specialization, speculations, selections. Obviously, the relationship between a manager, means an employer, or HR manager, or the employees, or team leader, or the team members, the relationship will be harmonious and cordial. So all the kinds of salaries controversies are minimized over there. Standardization means the process of determining the salary differential for different jobs according to the job, and relevance of new job. Though job evaluation, one can understand the relative value of new job concerns. Now, what are the essentials for successful of a job evaluation process? Compensable factors should represent all the major aspects of a job content. The support of top management must be one for a job evaluation program. Operating managers should be convinced about the need for and program of job evaluation. They should be given training in fixing and revising the ways on the basis of evaluation. All the employees should be provided with complete information about the objectives, programs, and techniques in order to increase their salary or the changes in the salary by the way of job evaluation. Clear and accurate job description should be given, and on that clear, accurate job description, the job has to be fulfilled. The techniques which are used for the evaluation should be simple and easy for employees to understand. The acceptance and support of the trade unions should be obtained before going through any sort of evaluation program and decision of salary. The factors selection for evaluation should be measurable and should be very clear. Installation, administration, upper management, all the team members should have a knowledge and judgmental experience one. And the HR manager and HR assistants, general HRs should be very cordially behaving with the employees. The techniques, the programs have to be unique so that it becomes easy, and job evaluation should be undertaken on an adjunct to collectively bargaining. There should be the door for bargaining should be open over there. It should be not be adversely affect the terms and conditions of existing employees. Yes, you should keep an eye before an HR has to be like that earlier employees, those one. It's not that in a higher management label and someone you did a program, you found the evaluation was quite good. It's not all of a sudden you make them jump up the hierarchy or jump in the salary. It should be acceptable. Till here, any confusion, guys?
Clear, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, let's go to the next slide then. Disadvantages. There are always when it is advantages, obviously there are disadvantages also. Job evaluation is a time consuming process, complex process, because different methods have been used, and sometimes those process and methods are so much of time consuming and not understandable to the employees. Lack of involvement on of employees. If job evaluation is not exactly scientific, there's no scientific method to calculate it. You can give randomly according to, like, you can say you can keep a point of 50, you can keep a point of till 100, or highest score 250 or 500 according to your industry or sector. The HR can do that. The most of the technique are difficult to understand, even for the supervisors sometimes. The factors taken by program are not existing. There may be wide fluctuations in compensable factors in view of change in technologies. Yes, since you know that technologies are changing, manual works are replaced by the digital work, and it plays a vital role in order to calculate. Because since all the digitalization work is done, what happens? The basic manual calculations sometimes are being missed out by the employees. They are not able to figure out, right? Everything is like pre-cooked for them, ready made for them, right? A software is ready made for them, right? And in that software the entries are done. So when you ask for the manual calculation, they might not be able to answer you. During that time it becomes very difficult for an HR manager or higher management team to evaluate and do the promotion or whatever it is required. So therefore the techniques are technosavically changed, and the manual one are not quietly alert. They might be good at with the use of technology, but when you ask them verbally, might not be able to answer you. So during that time period, your evaluation has to be very moderate and understandable. Being an HR manager, employers, trade union leaders, management, and the program operation may assign different weight to different factors, right? Thus creating grounds for disputes. Sometimes when a job evaluation is there, even a dispute between higher management and the HR manager also arises, because HR manager's calculative procedure is different. They might think that work and experience logic, some might be like manual and digital both good. Some might be okay, digitally the person is good in doing. What happens with the manual? No. But there is that the perception wise, right, it is different. So sometimes it becomes little crucial and very much of time consuming and confused for the both employees and employers. So what are the limitations? Since it is not fully objective and scientific, it's like considerable to keep an a subjective judgment and human error. No standard of factors are considered, no proper measuring attributes are there. It's like failing to the several factors, demand and supply of a particular skill, security, career, social, nature are out of the factor ratings. Wages and salary structure are inflexible by freezing wage differentials, and it even sometimes become difficult for the wage rate and changing conditions. Job evaluation is not well suited to determining the relative worth of managerial job. For the managerial job, it's not good. Those who involves in considerable planning, decision making, and supervisions of others, these executive skills cannot be measured in quantitative terms. So certain methods which are followed might be possible for lower level of employees or laborers, but not for particular those who are sitting in the office and doing it. So non-scientific, unrealistic, right? Limitations of employees, limitations of priorities, proper calculations. So limitations are there in this. Now when it comes with the job evaluation process, we know that I've already said you like job analysis, job specification, job description, right? So it's completely, it revolves around with the word job, but job analysis is different, job specification is different, job description is different. When it comes with job rating, it's like completely dealing with the salary allocations and imply employee classifications, allocation of salary, allocations of employee classification. So the process deals out in a way that you can determine the ways and salary of particular employees in dealing out with the different methods. Now, what are the process? First, you should understand that when it comes with the process, no, it comes with the limitations, gaining acceptance. What it is? It's like first of all, you have to have a proper cooperation and support of top management, employees, and the trade unions. When it comes with the gaining acceptance and job evaluation, you if there's it's like manufacturing industries or there are higher number of laborers over there, union trade union combines particular role, and the communication with that trade union, participation of that union, senior employees, uh, higher management, and running employees are important. So for this purpose, conferences, letters, and booklets can be used explaining the aim and benefit of job evaluation. Second one comes creating job evaluation committee. It is very difficult for a single person to evaluate all jobs objectively. A committee has to form res- respected representatives and a expert on those particular skills and knowledge should be kept in order to evaluate the employees. Selecting jobs to be evaluated. You need to like due to constraints of time and money, if many of them are not possible to evaluate each and every job, we know that you cannot evaluate emotional intelligence of a person, right? It goes in a very dramatic way. So the key jobs are evaluated in detail and other jobs are compared with the key jobs. Describing the job, selecting the method of evaluation, analyzing them, classifying the job categories, running the program, and reviewing periodically. Means skill, mental, manual, experience, effort, initiative, working condition, responsibilities, supervisions, right? Then after job discriminations, and everything comes over in the process of job evaluation. Clear to everyone? Is there any query to be asked?
No, ma'am.
Jai Krishnan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
And you're getting all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then comes, let's understand why I said that job evaluation is different than performance appraisal. People mostly think that when it comes evaluation term, it's like our appraisal is going on. No, let's understand. Firstly, the definition wise is different. In job evaluation, the selective worth of a job is evaluated. And in performance, the worth of a job holder is evaluated. What's the aim of job evaluation? Determining wages, rates for different job. Whereas in performance, how to determine rewards, incentives, designation change is the aim of performance appraisal. Shows how much a job is worth. Job evaluation always shows the importance of job, but performance appraisal shows the worth of an individual who is doing that assigned job. Job evaluation is not compulsory as per industry, as per sector, as per different categories. It might not be compulsory, but yes, performance appraisal is compulsory in some of the countries, say, or in the some of the companies also. Like year in appraisal is done. Some they do quarter appraisal, which is very compulsory, so that your employees are motivated and always ready to perform the result, and the result is always outstanding by them. Basis of rating is responsibility, qualification, experience, working condition in job evaluation. But in performance appraisal, performance is completely the basis of rating. Performance means uh, let's take it as let's understand it as what was the quality of your work, how much time you consumed, different innovative way and ideas utilized over there, and how productive you were over this. In that way the performance appraisal is done. Time, yes, time is when before employee is hired, after the employee is hired, means during the interview only job evaluation is done. In certain sort of taking out some test or written or anything like that. What's the purpose of job evaluation? To establish satisfactory wage differential. Whereas performance, to effect promotion, offers, awards, punishment, access, training, restores, off trades, off outsource, offsource, transfer, etc. Is the major purpose of performance appraisal. But evaluation is completely for the sake of wages or salary. Now, how to give an effective employee evaluation? First, you need to define the expectations. Define what is expected of the employee. Make sure goals are measurable and observable. Means employer has to decide what a particular performance of the task from an employee a person is seeking, right? Then create goals, discuss the goals with the employees, obtain the employees' agreement and signature, provide written evaluation. Every 6 months, discuss the performance. For struggling employees, consider once a month evaluation. Ensure written performance reviews reflect the entire evaluation period. This is like, you can say, when earlier were the days when in the school and the schools we used to give unit test. You remember weekly test, unit test. So certain type of evaluations. Then maintain a performance record. Make written notes throughout the year. Do both praising and correcting in real time. Ensure integrity of evaluation. Written comments should be factual, detailed, and constructive. Performance criteria should not be changed after the review. Evaluation should decrease from the measure initial defined. Means in the terms of like tenure period, they say it's like your 6 month innovative period. Like in a job you are not permanent till the time is you have completed 6 months. Means those are the time period when you are getting training, you are understanding, your skill is evaluated, you are giving written exams, you are giving aptitude test, interviews, all that's been done, and then an employee evaluation is done, that this employee is perfectly credible for particular job and his salary or wage will be this much. Clear to this?
Clear, ma'am.
Now let's go to the next slide. What are the methods of job evaluation? Mostly there is say that is categorized into quantitative and non-quantitative. Quantitative means analytical method, and qualitative means non-analytical method. When it comes with the qualitative method, it's a little complex because point rating, factor rating, comparison are done over there, and it's time consuming, not very comprehensible. When it comes qualitative methods, simple, basic, easy to understand, inexpensive, can be very subjective and biased, means that is due to the lack of standards in ordering and comparisons. Whole evaluation is also done in qualitative, means you analyze and compare jobs in their entirety. Then jobs are arranged in order basis on a comparison of jobs. That's ranking, paired, classifications, right? And when it comes specific job factor, break down jobs into their components, parts, and compensable factors. So basically, there are four fundamental of JE method. One is ranking, second is classification, third is factor comparison, fourth is point plan. Ranking in method where whole job is compared against other whole job on some general notion of value and content. Classification is concepts of value, work, content are divided into categories and then evaluated. Factor comparison means content and value are broken down on different steps and degrees. Points, content, and value are broken down into factors and jobs in evaluation of degrees. So, when it comes with the methods, ranking and job method characteristics is a complete summary method, right? Based on a ranking job points from the existence to the hardens, means easy to use, easily understood by the employees. Flaws, no definition in of a model, the least accurate if they say it, okay, so it's least accurate. When it comes in classification of job points, means when you do the evaluation method by classifying. It's like you are grabbing out the job, you are categorizing it, you're making it easy to like understandable to employee and employees, but very subjective in characters. Means hand in consuming good jobs. When it comes comparing factor, very analytical with the points, very universal and difficult to appropriate selections. When it comes with the analytical point method, you give a point which sometimes when you are analyzing, when you are evaluating, it becomes easy for an employer but very difficult for the employees. That various methods are there, Hansley methods, hackers methods, and all these are being used as per industry and management choices, sectors, industry, and according to the rural urban areas working philosophies, different nations working categories. So over here it's just a sample which is, you can say that simple job evaluation works it. Job title, evaluation date, name of evaluator. How they are evaluated is the skill, effort, responsibility, and working conditions. So they give a, the points are already given over there. They just circle it and they write at the total end and then they total it. Degree wise, they give the points. Now, when it comes with the ranking method, first method is ranking method. Ranking of jobs according to relative values means involves ordering of job description from highest to lowest in value. Two ways of ranking usually considered: alternate and paired. Over the here you in a picture you can see how they have given it a ranking way, like job A, B, C, D, and then points, and or accountant, senior accountant, electrician, plumbering. All these have been given in the ranking way. They are evaluated in that way, and then in points way they are evaluated. Even in while giving the points, it's always kept in the mind that in skill expected skill, elementary skill, and available skill are calculated, and in effort physical demand, mental demand is calculated. When it comes with the responsibility, equipment using, process of equipment using, material and product using, salary of others has been used, and work conditions are also been evaluated. When it comes with the job conditions, working conditions are what, whether it is full time, part time, shifting wise, or hourly wise, it's how it is that degree has been mentioned and then the calculations are done. And then in points method, everywhere you can understand that the skills are measured, efforts are measured, responsibility is measured, working conditions are measured. Only the evaluation criteria and evaluation patterns are different, and grading and giving the points are different. When it comes paired comparison, it's like uh, among the team members the comparison is done, and when it comes factor method, it's like mm, how realistic and how the expectation ratio and degree was uh, thought, and what are the conditions. Means 2 degrees of skill required, 1 degree of or 3 degree of effort. How you give a point 2 degree, how you give a percentage to those four categories: skill, efforts, responsibility, and working conditions. In these four scenarios only, your these all evaluation methods, different methods are being calculated and utilized. We all know that employee evaluation is very important in order to keep them motivated, in order to uh, determine the salary and wages, and even sometimes compensations. So every industry, every sector, as per their the way of working, long term, short term ranking, long term, short term job evaluations, they keep on doing. Small organization, big organization, medium organizations, you can say hospitals have different criterias. Then after manufacturing has different criterias, importing export has different criteria. School and colleges and universities has also different criterias for rank, for the evaluation of and even this job evaluation, we since we have used the word job, it's we think that is our professional evaluation only, but no, but personal evaluation is also very important. And all these four category only, personal evaluation is also done by our family members, sometimes by our friends, sometimes by relatives. So it's like everywhere we are being evaluated. In personal, we might not be getting the salary or wages, but how much respect, how much you can say hierarchy, in what hierarchy it's been like, how acceptable we have to be. That is been done in personal, but when it comes to professional, it's completely turned out in your monetary advantage. So, major evaluation methods over here is like positive comments, and there will be areas of temporary comments, and according to that, after the evaluation one, it's very important that you even get a feedback, you collect a feedback. So when it is like major evaluation methods, how it is done, majors are like reactions, how it is measured, questions, interviews, and focus groups. Indicators will be satisfaction and enjoyment. Then second will be learning. It can be evaluated by learning, like paper pencil test, examination, work samples, observation of performance rating, and that is done with the help of knowledge and skill. Then comes behavioral factors, observation of performance rating, third party feedback. That is like indicators will be attitude, behaviors, motivation, how good with the team members, easily adaptable or not. So, and what will be this fourth one major criteria will be results, production statics, sale statics, HR statics, OH statics. This is that will be completely the indicators as per productivity, sales, quality, absenteeism, labor turnover, accident frequency. And then when it comes with the return of investment, that major one is return of investment, cost benefit analysis, and dollar value. So the best you can say is in these five criteria, combining with the four evaluation methods, the job and evaluations are calculated. So these are the certain samples of job evaluation ones. This one is the checklist. What is the day or percentage you can say, or the minimum rates of absenteeism, like presence, dependability, appearance, productivity, work quality, work quantity, and work consistency, knowledge of job, work skill, and managerial skill. This is a basic checklist for the evaluation. And when it comes with another one, sample, it's like which method you are using while evaluating an employee, which method you are using, whether you are using grading method, whether you are using ranking method or factor or pair. That information has to be flowed to the higher management also and to the employees also. And you need, being an HR manager, you should be able to communicate to them in a way that they understand that method, and according to that their evaluation is done and is proper. Evaluation form is also there. Sometimes they ask for the forms and they fill it, like from team members, team leaders, sometimes even higher management. So different methods are being used in a different way. Or sometimes employee peer-to-peer evaluation is also done. Sometimes employees higher management does the evaluation, team leader does the evaluation, and different methods ways are used so that it becomes for the final decision of salary position for the employees. Any queries to ask? So let's summarize. Thank you so much. Let's summarize what's we have understood in job evaluation. Job evaluation is a scientific technique of ascertaining the relative value of different jobs in an organization. Job evaluation helps to serve several objectives: gaining acceptance, continuity of the job, committee, selecting job, evaluating, describing, selecting method of evaluation, weighting the jobs, assigning the money value, and periodic reviews are the elements of job evaluation. Job evaluation helps to design a rational wage and salary structure. It does not provide the complete answer to wage and salary problem. Several conditions are required to make job evaluation successful. Ranking method, grading method, factor comparison method, and point method are the techniques of job evaluation. Thank you so much. Any query, friends? Any queries? Anything which you want to ask?
Ma'am, isn't employee evaluation the same as performance appraisal?
Sorry, come again.
Ma'am, isn't employee evaluation the same as performance appraisal?
No, I have discussed this one with you. Know that there's a slight difference between performance appraisal and job evaluation. I
Ma'am,
guess
but
you
then
missed it out. You missed it out.
no,
See
ma'am.
here.
No, ma'am. I evaluating a job in particular, but when it comes to employee evaluation, also we are analyzing a particular employee, no, ma'am, not the job profile or anything like that.
It's like this employee evaluation is basically for the employers. Okay, how they think that we should be evaluating in order to the determinations of a particular salary or wages to the person, right? So your question, I'm understanding, you mean to say that employee evaluation and job evaluation is two different things. That's what
Yeah,
you want to say, right?
yeah,
Yes,
yes,
it
ma'am.
is two different things, but the basic concepts what an employer think is little bit of matched one. Like over there in job evaluation, while job evaluation to determine the wages or salary, but in order to give a wages or salary, a employer always have an expectation that my employee will do this thing, right?
Okay, okay. You have to match the employee requirements with the job requirements.
Job requirements.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jai Krishnan. Any more further queries? Any confusion, guys? Revert me back. Otherwise, I'll understand that you didn't understood anything. Wake up, guys. Are you all sleeping or what? Revert me. Gopika, did you got everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Gokul,
Yes, ma'am.
Spurti, okay, then I have to understand that you have all understood everything. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jay Krishnan. See you all again in the next session, and this PPT will be shared by the organizers. I'll share with them. If any queries, you can talk to them. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.